Bailey, do you know anything about
Yes.
this thing called a Pro Pet 2000?
Wait, a prophet? A prophet
Is that how you
2000?
pronounce it?
Yes, that's how you pronounce it. A
Okay.
a infamously obtuse sampler keyboard from the mid 80s. Why yes, I just recently came across one.
Oh yeah?
Oh,
That
yes.
sounds that sounds pleasurable. Sorry.
It's kind of not.
Okay.
No, it's great. I love this thing. Like it just has the most obtuse interface. I keep using the word obtuse, but that's like there's no better way that
There's
I
no better
can
word.
use. Like, yeah, there's no better way to describe it. Every like it has a bunch of like buttons on the top that are not actually buttons. You just have to
Okay.
use it from like a column and row
Oh,
setting where
okay.
you select the column and then you use buttons to choose which of the like little entries.
I know you're
And then
talking about.
you,
I've seen that interface. This
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
interface.
And then you use like a single knob to control the parameter. And then you have to go to like the next one and then the next one. And it also has a floppy disk drive. And
Wow.
yeah, it's old school. It's very fun.
That's that's pretty cool. Yeah,
Oh
you're all
yeah.
excited about it. I went and looked at the price of these things. I went and looked at the history of it, and the retail price when they came out was about 2,000 British pounds.
Oh yes.
So,
Yeah. I got to steal.
you got to
I got to
steal on
steal.
it. Yeah, very cool though. But I'm glad you got a new toy to play with. You're
Oh
for
yeah.
those at home that were not privy to our prior conversation before coming on air, was Bailey's been very excited about this new device,
Yes. Yes,
despite
I
its
have been.
obtuseness.
I,
It
I
has.
I love like kind of shitty 80s tech. Oh, it's
Mm,
amazing. Oh,
it
it's
is
so
fun.
good. It's
It is
very
fun.
fun.
It definitely is. All right, folks. Well, we got a show for you today here on More Than Metal.
Yeah, we
We are
do.
going to be doing a review of kind of kind of a buddies band. I know the dudes a little bit, Cam specifically, but the bell the not the bell the band Spell
The
just dropped a new
band
album a few
Spell.
weeks ago. Wretched Heart.
Mm.
This came
That's what they used
out.
to call me in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. This came out on May 1st, and this is a band that if you followed me at all over the last few years, I've been a big fan of. Their last album, Tragic Magic, was one of my top of the year. And I've been a fan of them since I really started like kind of getting more into metal and really started collecting vinyl and stuff like that too. And but we wanted to make sure we kind of give this album a fair shake, kind of a deep dive, if you will. And
Oh yeah. We're
we'll
really
be
gonna spell out how we feel about this album
oh
for you guys.
oh
Oh yeah. Yeah.
okay. I
Hmm.
thought I knew when you got some sort of creative outlet like a synthesizer, you're gonna become worse.
Just get even
It's
worse.
just
Oh
getting
my god, yeah.
it's all downhill.
It's all downhill from here. Not only have I become less funny, I also have no disposable income.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Woo!
Oh, it's that kind of show, guys. All right.
Oh yeah,
Well, we're
gateway
gonna
drugs.
go. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and take a stab at this here, and we'll right when we get right back here after our opening theme. We'll see you in a few. Bailey,
Yes.
what are you listening to?
That's a good question. I've actually
Uh,
been listening to a lot of two things actually. Periphery, their new album, which
okay.
I think is quite solid. I
I've
like
heard
it.
some stuff about it.
I like it. There's definitely some songs I really like on it. Some of them I'm a little iffy on.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I think it's a really solid album. And I've loved Periphery for like years and years and years now.
I think you mentioned them a few
Um,
times on the pod before.
oh, I probably have. I would be
Yeah.
surprised if I hadn't.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I've talked about them for years. But them and a band, oh God, I don't know if I talked about them on the pod yet, but Purity Ring.
Oh, I want to say you brought it up to me once. I don't know if it was on the pod, but I think you brought up Purity Ring, and I've heard the name for a band before.
Yeah, they're like a kind of, oh, speaking of synth, so like a synth pop kind of, God, I don't really know how to describe
It
them.
says synth pop, future pop, dream pop,
Yeah, it's
witch
like synth.
house.
They are absolutely not Witch House.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, but yeah, so it's kind of very synth pop. I've been listening to their album Womb, which is just so good. Oh my
okay.
God. Highly recommend. If I talked about them like last week or something, like
Mm.
I've still been listening to them.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So that just goes to show how much I've enjoyed them. But that in periphery. What about you, John?
Well, that really depends on which route you want me to go toward. Do you want me to go the high road or do you want me to go the low road?
Always low road.
Low road. Okay.
Welcome to More Than Metal. We always take the low road.
So this, I got a new record and it
Oh
was
no.
inexpensive. It hadn't been issued on vinyl since 1973 when it first came out, and I got it because I was reading some stuff and watching some videos, and someone was mentioning how um there's four songs on the Death in June album.
Oh
What ends
God.
when the cymbals shatter that were basically rip-offs of this album's songs. And when I saw who the album was by and understanding it, I was like, holy shit, I have to fucking hear this. Like, I gotta hear
Okay.
this, right? And the album I have in my hand here is a reissue of it that came out last year, which is the Reverend Jim Jones People's Temple Choir. He's
Wow.
able. And
Whoa.
so
That's what the fuck?
yeah, right. I wasn't aware of it. And so because Death and June has a song called He's Disabled, and this is He's Able. And like I
Oh my
had no
God.
clue. And it's gospel. To be clear, it is gospel.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad. It's got some funk in it at points. It's kind of interesting.
Hmm.
But it came out in 1973 is when it was first issued, the original copy. This is a label's kind of been doing like a reissue, and this covers a little bit different. Like the original one didn't say Reverend Jim Jones and didn't have all this information about basically that they recorded this a year before they went to start Jonestown. So there's a very good chance that
Yeah.
this album helped fund Jonestown
Oh my
um, back in
God.
the day. Original copies are extremely expensive. There was a fun fact. There was a reissue of it on 8-track a few years before.
What the fuck? When you said low road, this isn't what I expected.
You wanted it low, baby. This is low.
Maybe. I just, what the fuck?
It's interesting. It's a very interesting record. And so, but
I'm
yeah,
sure.
so I was listening to some gospel music this week.
But you said it got repressed?
But this is the repress. I don't have an original. Yeah, the original
Yeah.
are like thousands of dollars. This one was like I found the label that reissued it basically. I'm not sure if it's a bootleg or not, or how they got rights to it or whatever it is. I'm not clear.
What a
Um,
night. That must be a nightmare.
but it was like $19 on Discogs, brand new. And so I was like, I'll pick it up. I'll give this a shot. I'm really curious. And it's an experience to listen to because you kind of see like the vibe.
Hopefully, it doesn't get you feeling any kind of way.
No, well, no. It's interesting though, but it's an interesting kind of different. You can kind of when you listen to it, I'll say this like having grown up in a church and listening to like church music and everything and understanding some gospel music, you can see where the People's Temple's descent with most Christianity at the time is coming from in this and the lyrically the notion that he's able versus like all powerful. It's more of like this will make us like God can help us overcome. God has the ability, not as just it's all powerful and that's the end of it. It's an interesting kind of nuance to it. The lyrics and everything. It's pretty fun. I definitely I was like I gotta get this. This has to go. I need some kitschy stuff in my collection. This is kitschy. And I found it for a very low price. I was shocked that there was a reissue. And the reissue came out last year.
Interesting.
So that is what I listened to this week. I did not blast it too much, but I did kind of put it on, and it was it's an interesting kind of a piece of history. So I wanted.
You know what? It is a piece of history.
It is a piece of history. This is true. It is a record of history, literally.
That's a wild find.
Thank you, thank you. No, I know that some people kind of I occasionally have that obscure weird thing that I have, and this is like one of my latest like kind of discovery. And I know people have heard before. I know it's been around. I just hadn't heard about it or stumbled upon it. Someone mentioned the link to but what ends when the symbols shatter, and I was like, no way. And I went and listened to it. I was like, oh shit, like
You see it?
oh, it's almost it's like
It's
almost one for one.
blatant.
Oh,
Oh
it's like
my
one for
God.
yeah. Well, it's like very blatant. It's kind of interesting though. But yeah, the story is that David Tibet had this album from Current '93 and played it for Douglas from Death in June, and Douglas was like, "This is horrendous. I have to try to do covers of this and make it better." And like it's like wild stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's. I'm not gonna tell you it's like a great album, but there are some interesting parts. I will say like there's some parts like some of the funk parts in the gospel music is actually kind of interesting. Some people kind of throwing that kind of stuff around, and I kind of dug that. So I'm really interested in the differences of sound that has on it, especially gospel music at that time. It's a little experimental. It's not like I'm not gonna tell you it's like really experimental, but like there's some funky guitars and bass in there that I wasn't expecting on a gospel song, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like and I think this goes back to my thesis about like we need to have sympathetic listenings and stuff. We need to try something out, and maybe see if we can find something kind of interesting in it. But that's my pick for the week. You said the low road, so I gave you the low road.
I was going to talk about a vinyl from a video game. You bring the Jim Jones People's Temple Choir out. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, like that's sometimes he's got to put on some Jim Jones. Yeah.
If there's ever a quote that I'm going to keep from you from this podcast, it's going to be sometimes you just got to throw on some Jim Jones.
Sometimes I got to throw on some Jim Jones, man.
That's insane.
Man. My favorite Jim Jones quote is from one of the interviews at before everything happened, and he said, "People play games, my friend." Like that stuck with me, man. People play games, my friend. I was like, oh shit. All right. Well, on the opposite side of that,
completely different note.
We are going to go with spell. Now, spell. I'll give you kind of spells. Their little synopsis that they provide on their Bandcamp. They are anti-fascist, anti-capitalist, hypnotic metal, heavy metal from Canada. Sorry, it's heavy metal, not metal. It's heavy metal from Canada. And this is a band that I got into almost over a decade ago with their first album, which is called The Full Moon Sessions, and is a really kind of cool. It was kind of a cool kind of like at the time when I heard it, it was like heavy metal was kind of I would say not lo-fi, but definitely kind of like done like old school heavy metal. Felt very 80s. If you listen to the songs on it, they're vastly different quality of recording. And I wouldn't say for better or for worse. It's just different. It's much more like it feels like it was done with a lot of love and a lot of kind of like what they had at the time.
Yeah.
And over the years since then, that was like 2014 when that came out. They have put out several albums for None and All, which in 2016.
Great name.
Yeah, for None and All is a great name. Opulent Decay, which came out in 2020, which I believe actually might have been one of my albums of the year that year. I have to go back and look at my list. 2022, they had Tragic Magic, which was one of my albums of the year.
I love Tragic Magic, specifically Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet is a very good song. I think that's interesting because there's some references to earlier spell material on this album. I feel like, in terms of vibe, lyrics, and stuff like that. And then Wretched Heart, which came out here in 2026. Now, Tragic Magic, interesting enough, was I believe I think it was my album of the year. It was either my one or two that year, and the other one on that side was Savage Master's album that year. Fun fact. I've seen Spell live once, and they were part of a festival, and the band that went on after them was Savage Master.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
that's fun.
That's a hell of a contrast of styles too.
Yeah.
So I know you talk about Savage Master on here a lot, but like it's just they're around, and guess what? If you play a bunch of shows all over the country, people notice you and they talk about you. That's just kind of how it works. That's how popularity works, guys. I don't make the rules. You show up and you play the song, and people know who you are.
Show up, do the old rock thing.
Yes, do the old rock thing, exactly. But Wretched Heart dropped here this month on Bad Omen Records. Bad Omen's interesting. Bad Omen's an interesting label. Their other kind of like act that I'm pretty familiar with and a fan of is Witch Hazel.
Witch
Um,
Hazel. I do like Witch Hazel
Witch
too.
Hazel is to quote Trevor Church, Witch Hazel's like the one Christian band I listen to. They're they're it's a very Christian band, but like honestly, they do I mean absolutely fantastic material and play well and I really enjoy their kind of adventure. They're one of the progenitors kind of adventure rock, if you will, that Halas's and everything. So they do good stuff. But Bad Omen's been has been doing some really good stuff here, and I try to pick up all their stuff. They've been distributing through like indie merch store and some other labels here in the US. So it's like, or some of the stores here in the US, it's been easier to get their stuff than have to order from the UK direct. And
Mhm.
Spell has one of their first singles is a split with Witch Hazel, which is quite good. And they also did a split with Poltergeist
Ooh.
a few years back, which is pretty solid. Poltergeist is a solid band. But Wretched Heart, this was one of my most anticipated albums of the year. I think we should maybe start with just understanding who the band is as well. So this is a Vancouver act. They are out of I believe yeah, so Vancouver, British Columbia, up
Yeah,
in
Canada.
up in Canada. They are the core members of the band that have been kind of there since the beginning are Cam Mesmer and then Al Lester. And Cam is kind of they both do sing. Cam more often than Lester, or than Al, excuse me. I keep on calling him Lester, than Al. Um, and they've been on every single one since then. But Al is predominantly the drummer. When I saw them live, he was drumming, and then Cam is typically playing bass and does some guitar work. I think he's done more in the past than he has currently, but is the bass and lead singer, which puts him in the vein of people like Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy. I love a good bass singer, singing bassist. It doesn't happen. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen enough. Bands that do that tend to be. I don't know. I find bands with bassist singers tend to be. I don't know. There's a little edge they have over other bands for some reason.
Yeah.
I think they're more focused on the music or more focused less on the showmanship of it all.
So I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
So you know that one. I'm sure I'm sure you've probably seen that one promotional picture of them in the coffins.
Yes.
Who is the one with the long hair, with the long like straight hair?
Straight hair. I
Yeah.
believe that is I think that's that is that Jeff? Are you talking about Jeff Black?
I don't know.
I have to see the picture.
Yeah.
I don't have the album in front. I mean, actually, well, I can pull up. I think I can pull up an image of the album here real quick. But
Yeah.
I know the image you're talking about because
Mhm.
that image just kind of cracks me up because it reminds me a lot of the interior of a what's it called? An Electric Wizard album. Had a poster like that.
Oh yeah.
With the long hair on the far left. Yeah, that
Yes.
is that gentleman. I was getting ready to build up to that. I was about to say that is Jeff Black.
Mm.
Now, Jeff Black is probably one of the best underground heavy metal producers in the world right now. And Jeff might hear this, and I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you are. Jeff is, I know of Jeff predominantly from another one of his projects, which is, I believe it's Gatekeeper, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, I believe it's Gatekeeper. Let me double check here. Yes, Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper.
Ah.
He also has a power metal band called Glyph that he's in, and he's done production work though. If you go pull, I'll send you a link real quick to his Discogs entry here, Bailey. But
Ah.
if you look at his instrument performance, he's performed on quite a few things.
Oh man.
He's known for being able to pull off some really good metal stuff.
Hmm.
He is Glyph has been kind of his like power metal band. They've been touring with a few different other bands here and there. Um, I think Jeff's like the core member of that, and then he's been in Gatekeeper for a bit. And I love Gatekeeper. They're really good fantasy metal, kind of a little more doomy but heavy metal kind of style. I first got exposed to them because they had one of the earliest splits with one of the earliest like vinyl records put out by Eternal Champion was a split with Gatekeeper.
Ah.
Um, and Retaliators, lots of Vigilance. Very good stuff here too. And I went and looked that one up. I have that vinyl, and I looked up on Discogs, and holy shit, I did not realize it's worth that much money now. Okay, that's a little shocking. But Jeff was probably one of like he's playing the lead guitar now. He's an excellent producer, and he's a great fit for this band. He is by far like he's one of these guys that I don't want to say is going to save heavy metal, but is saving heavy metal. Like,
He's also very pretty, and I'm jealous of his hair. I'll just say it.
and that's the review, people. Thank you very much for tuning in.
That's the review for Wretched
No,
Heart.
I mean, I mean, we could do that. Like, we can go the whole like, like we're like Derrida in Time magazine where we start talking about our hair. No, the whole band has great hair.
Yes,
I mean, like front to back, it's great hair. Now, see, we could contrast this to a band like Savage Master where they're just wearing hoods, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, but that's a different kind. That's a different kind of hot.
That's a different kind of hot, right? It's like this is the beauty of heavy metal. Pick your kink.
Exactly. God, I don't know what I'm on today. Like, I'm just like, whatever. Maybe it's spell. Maybe I'm on spell.
You're on spell, man. That's how it goes, baby. But yeah, no, everyone's got really good hair. And then the latest member they brought in is Gabriel Tenebra. I am not very familiar with Gabriel. When I saw them live, I don't believe Gabriel was playing with them. They had a different keyboardist, which
keyboard.
I cannot remember her name offhand. I forgive me. It's been a few years. I didn't look that up. But it was a really good live. They were great, actually. They were fantastic live. And I really recommend if they're coming through your town, I hope they come back through here, come live. But the lineup's really strong. And I think what I kind of see from my understanding the dynamic is that Cam and Al have this vision, and Jeff is like this kind of guy that I feel like can go into a situation as a producer and help you make your vision that much like nicer, refined, sound good, and the like. So, but this is I think right now they're a very strong lineup, and I'm really this is the band I'm very excited about in that regard. The other person on crew, if you want to mention it on this album, is the album cover is by my boy, Adam Burke.
It's very pretty. Yeah,
it's a very pretty Batwing. Adam's always really good at doing nature, and so this is actually the second album cover he's done for them because he did the album cover for None and All. So that's an earlier Adam Burke from a few years back. Yeah.
He's everywhere. I just love his style.
His style is very good. Yes, it's a lot of fun. And then Tragic Magic, they used a classical piece of art, which is really good. I don't recall who did the album cover opposite DK.
That one's fun.
That one is fun. That is a cool cover. Yeah, that is a cool cover. It's kind of collage feel to it, but I'm not sure offhand who did that one. But I'll go look it up. But we're talking about Wretched Heart, so let's get into this album. Bailey, do you anything else you want to say before we continue on?
No, let's talk about the album.
Let's talk about the album. Well, why don't you kick us off here, buddy? Like I gotta say, the first song I think is actually like before even hearing it, I saw the title of it and I was like, that's actually a pretty cool name for an opening track.
Oh yeah. I mean the whole album, I feel, has this dark inertia to it.
And that's the name of the first track, Dark Inertia.
And so that's all, folks. No, I got immediately when it starts, I'm like, I'm into it. I'm into it because it's just like clean, kind of classic really heavy metal like sound. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm here for this. This is like the kind of shit I love. And when the vocals came in, I was like,
Cam singing on this first one. I think Al's on I can't which track Al's on, but I think he's on Oubliette.
Yeah. But it is a triumphant intro track.
It does pick up quickly. It hooks you immediately.
It does. I think it's a really solid intro.
This was one of the having like a hi-fi stereo because I waited to listen to the album until I got on vinyl. I listened to the singles because the videos were freaking cool as shit. We'll talk about that in a second. But this like came through my speakers really strong suddenly.
I bet.
And this is actually probably one of the best openings I've heard for like a heavy metal album for a long time.
Totally.
And then when Cam's vocals kick in about 25 seconds into it. You kind of use, I think he says like 3 a.m. or something like that. And it's kind of, you get his vocal style is very different.
Yeah.
No one, he's another one of these guys that no one sounds like, which I think is what makes your band stand out. Um, but yeah, this has a cool little riff, and he kind of the opening's kind of like high energy, but it kind of gets into this like kind of like pacing.
Yeah.
Kind of, it kind of like keeps you with it.
Yeah.
But then you kind of have the bridge into the uh like the chorus and everything. And it's, I don't know, this is killer. And
It really is. I also like it. His voice, especially here, I was like, who does it remind me of? And
interesting.
it, in my mind, it feels like a strange combination of Gabe Franco,
Okay.
Paul Di'Anno, yeah,
Yeah.
and Tobias Forge.
Okay,
This
so
is
you got Ghost meets Unto Others meets early Iron Maiden.
Yes,
I think it's fair.
Right? I was like, okay, this is what I'm hearing. It's like, I don't want to say ghost, but good. But
okay. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have that. I've had that conversation before. I had that with Tucker years back, where I was like listening to Tragic Magic. I was like, this is what Ghost should have been. This is what they could have been.
Yeah, I don't want to say ghost, but good, because that's unfair and not nice.
But it's accurate.
I will neither confirm nor deny. I just think that this is like, in another world, Ghost could have sounded more.
I think that
like
if you like the first two Ghost albums a lot, and
you'll fucking love this,
they held that kind of tone. Yeah. This is a band you should go pay attention to.
Absolutely.
And you know, and that's, I think that's actually kind of an interesting. We can actually segue off of that, because Ghost being very theatrical, and it's, you know, one of the things about it's always a thing where, like, you know, yeah, we're comparing a band to another band by all means. But like, that's how we learn about new things, and we have to kind of get entry points into it. I'm sure I heard of Spell through like, I probably heard of Spell through like Haunt or something. You know, because like I can see some similarities to Haunt here, or Beastmaker, or whoever, you know, any kind of Trevor's projects. You know, there's not a dissimilarity. But with Ghost, what's interesting is you talk about kind of the like, Ghost is known for very much the theatrics now. I think their theatrics are kind of outshining their music to a lot of degree.
Yeah.
But with one thing I like about Spell is that they actually don't skimp on the theatrics, and that brings us to track 2, Lilac, which has a video, and I believe it was the first video they dropped on this one.
Yeah,
what'd you make of this
Lilac video? It's so like Nosferatu. It's so Nosferatu, like the new one.
Even it is, and also so is the other video for Take My Life. There's a lot of like, it's very much vibing on that.
So you sent me this one a long time ago.
Yeah.
When it first came out, and I watched it then, and I was like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah.
And then I kind of forgot about it until we decided to look at this album for this episode. And then I heard it again. I'm like, oh yeah, I love this song. Oh wait, there's a video to it. And then I like listen to the whole album, and the 2 videos that they have released are the 2 of my favorite songs on the album.
Absolutely.
Lilac and Take My Life. Take My Life. Oh, it's so good.
I got a lot to say about that album too, that song too.
Oh, but,
yeah, they you know, it's a very theatrical video. They did a video on an earlier song with like, I believe it's like Cam as a Vampire. It's a cheesy video, and all the videos, there's a level of cheese to them by all means, which is fine. I really enjoy it because it's done really well. But yeah, Lilac is an interesting contrast to the first song. The first song is a lot darker, a lot heavier, where Lilac's a very bright song.
Oh yeah. I personally really, really like Lilac. I think it's such a, I like that kind of bright, that like that bright tone to it. I also love the God, I just love like distinct visuals. I love the thumbnail for Lilac. With the like the ghost and like the orb, and I'm it's just my entire, this is like my entire vibe.
Well, there's this whole kind of Victorian thing they're doing in it, which is
Yeah.
something they've done in the previous ones. They have the song Ozymandias on the earlier albums, which is it's
Yeah.
kind of Lord Byron thing, and then they have like Sybil Vane about the character from Dorian Gray. So it's like there's a lot of that's kind of touchy with that kind of vibe, and I think
It's
that
God.
one thing I do like about the song a lot too, and in the video too, is like it's actually also a very romantic song.
Mm-hmm.
It's some really good romantic metal as
I
opposed to
love
just being
romance metal is like, my cup runneth over. I love it.
yeah. No, I think spot on, and that's one thing I was like I do feel that there's kind of a vibe that they're going for, but like they're not telling you how to experience that vibe. Like it doesn't feel forced. It feels very
Yeah.
like you're in an environment. You can kind of play with the environment how you want to. That's one thing I like about a lot of their sound. Um, so yes, but I also like that they're all in their own videos, and I think that they're all kind of acting in their own videos.
Yeah. It's like
It's,
refreshing and fun and like it's kind of tongue in cheek and it's like
yeah.
it's it's got this theatrical element
Oh
to
yeah, and
it.
there's like these like a whole band of a whole band being
Yeah,
decapitated is a lot of fun.
and just the disembodied head that is
Yes,
singing.
they're
Oh, it's
floating
so
throughout the
good.
whole thing, and then the band
Yeah,
playing with other heads and everything.
it's so fun. It's so fun. Like, uh
Yes, 100%. No, I think that it's actually like I genuinely kind of yeah, this is a fun song. But this is a yeah, like and this kind of goes this is where I want to kind of go into a theme between the albums because Lilac and you were talking about your favorite song on the previous album, Ultraviolet.
mhm.
You have this theme of like color
Oh
and
yeah.
but they're both very bright songs.
Yes. Yes.
Um and this is a song like I this is one thing this song's really interesting too. And I think this was a smart single to drop off the bat, like
I
because
agree.
it's a very encompassing song. Like I could see people of numerous different generations enjoying this.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you're a little bit younger than me, I'm a little older, but even people of like previous generations of rock could enjoy this. I could put this on for a lot of different people and they would have fun with it.
I totally agree. Like I feel like Spell is very approachable.
I think it's a very approachable band.
A very approachable band, very like I
I
guess
have friends that do not
yeah.
like heavy metal stuff, and I'll put this on in the car while we're driving, and they're like, "Oh, who's this? This is kind of
Oh, I
fun."
like this. This
It's
is
this,
fun.
yeah, them and like Unto Others are two of the bands that I get.
Unto
A lot of my
others.
friends will say like, "Hey, what's this? I don't know this. I don't know those guys. I kind of like it, but I'm not a heavy metal fan." I'm like, "Well, it turns out you actually are, if you enjoy it." So, but yeah,
I
this
mean,
was
my players for my Pathfinder game, they have gotten used to me listening to like 30 minutes of Unto Others before I start the session while I'm doing my last minute
oh
prep.
yeah,
And oftentimes they will be like, "Oh man, what's this song?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, let me tell you, this is Butterfly." It's like shit like that. It's like,
yeah, yeah.
it's approachable.
Moving
I love
on,
it.
we'll go to
Yes,
the next track here.
God.
Take My Life. So this is the song.
Mm,
This is I watched this video over and over again for a few reasons.
mm.
Number one reason was Jeff Black's hair. Um,
That this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
yeah.
Uh,
Not only, I mean, not only is he a good producer, but he's gonna, get you intrigued by the hair. So I mean,
mhm.
absolutely. But no, this was a lot heavier song.
Yes.
Than I think it's kind of on par with Dark Inertia, but it's a lot heavier song. This song is there's some really cool parts in this.
Oh yeah.
Not even talking about the video yet, but like there's like that whole thing that whole like when the lyrics first start and they kind of have this like dun, 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 dun. Dude, that shit like really
Mm.
caught me.
Yeah.
Really, really hooked me. Lyrically too, this song hits me kind of hard. I don't know what it's like about. I don't know what the story behind it is. But when I'm
Yeah.
listening to it, it honestly like this is just my interpretation of it is it sounds like a story about like finding like an animal hit like on the like suffering on the side of a road and staying with it till it dies.
Yeah.
And it is a gut-wrenching song for me to listen to. Like it I have a hard time emotionally listening to it. Like I'm listening to it right now and it's like I will, I'm a little, little there, but
Yeah.
emotionally. Um But like,
I'm with you. I mean, a lot of the songs on this album very much kind of resonated with me in the place where I'm like, oh, wait, this is a banger, but now I'm sad.
yeah, and the whole theme of the video of like the band's all dead, and you
They're
can
all
see their
dead.
shadow still,
Yeah.
like that all playing and rocking out is fucking wild.
Mm-hmm. That's
Um,
just so fun. It's
and
just so
like
fun.
lyrically, it's really strong. It's not lyrically it's strong in the sense of like the approachability of the emotions that they're pulling on, and how like understandable they are and everything. It's not as like in the previous episode we talked about like it's not as like elaborately complex as a Dead Sea is.
No.
But it's really strong and forward and hits you right where it needs to hit you to get
Yeah,
you
it
in the
doesn't need
spot.
to be as ridiculously
Verbose,
complicated or
yeah, yeah,
verbose and like couched in metaphor like Dead
yeah.
Z, but it does what it does and it does what it does and does that well, right?
Yes.
Oh, excuse me.
And also once again, you're talking about Nosferatu like video. This
I
one's
mean,
very much that too.
yeah.
The hand reaching out and
The
everything in the
hand,
shadows.
yeah. Sorry, that's yeah. What I meant to say is that this video is the one that's like the
Yeah,
Nosferatu one, not
yeah.
really, not really Lilac.
Lilac has some elements as a gothic element, but it's very
Like
gothic.
it's like gothic kind of classic campy horror.
Yeah, it's very
But
Hammer horror. Yeah.
yes, absolutely. But yeah, no, this is yeah, and
I also
yeah.
I also think the song has like what a fucking gnarly ass like guitar solo in it.
Oh, for real.
And like the vocal layerings are unreal.
Mm.
The one thing we haven't talked about though, and I do want to bring it up because I think I hear it a lot on especially on the first track, and Lilac a bit too. Take My Life, I hear it, but not as prevalent. Is like the synth work on this is really strong too.
I was gonna say this is as somebody who has really been kind of delving into
who's made the one synth they purchased their entire personality. Go on.
Yeah, fuck you. Yes, absolutely. No, but I've done a lot of research and work and kind of checking out like, hey, how the fuck does a synth work?
Yeah.
Like, how does it work? How do you change that sound? I love like I'm now like kind of I've altered my brain to the point where I can really pick out like different synths and be like, oh, that's a fucking sawtooth. Like, or like, oh, that's got a pretty long decay, or it's stupid shit like that. But like the synth work in this entire album is like, and I'm a slut for synth. And like this is just like this is peak synth work in metal, and I love it. And it like activates that part of my brain.
Well,
and I really appreciate
and
it.
if you want to have like good synth work in it, the genre of metal to pull on that for good synth work is power metal.
Yeah, it's totally power metal.
And if you listen to Glyph, which is just power metal band, you'll hear a lot of that.
Oh yeah.
So like yeah, it makes sense to bring in some like that. That's why I think it vibes, but like the synth never. I feel like the synth is very much a lot of it is in the rhythm section of the band. It's not in the lead as much. It doesn't come forward like all the time. Where like the guitar, there's guitar solos in like a lot of the songs that really shine. But maybe I'm misremembering. I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right. No, but the synth work is just it's so strong. Like, and it's so strong, and it's like so alluring to me. And it kind of like it's really interesting that like good synthiness can be both like campy and serious. And it's so fun how it can do both. Yes. Right? Like, and it does both really well.
I remember what my music history teacher early in college told us, and he said like, he was like, the piano is by far the most flexible instrument.
Agreed.
A keyboard is very, very flexible. And I think that's what the appeal is here. All right, let's go on to Unquiet Graves. Now, this song is interesting because a lot of the openings of this song are fantastic. This is one of those openings where like if you played it for like a guitar, like a guitar player, like someone that like plays a lot of guitar, they would be like, I want to play that opening riff over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because like it's so catchy and so fun. and it just kind of has that classic like I'm looking at me, I'm a guitar player, I'm fucking badass. Like it makes you feel badass like hearing it. It
Yeah.
probably makes you feel badass playing it.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna sell my soul to the devil. This
Yeah,
shit
you feel good
rocks.
about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, this
And
one's
the
got like
solo.
what's up?
Oh, the solo.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Um,
take my life.
Take my life. Yeah. So
Ah,
I'm looking at Unquiet Graves, and like I said, the opening of the song is really really strong. And I think what's interesting about this song too is that like I think this is the song where you get the most diverse, a lot, well, not the most, maybe it's not the most, but it feels like a lot more diversity from Cam's vocal range on
yes.
it.
Yeah.
Because he has some sections where he's really belting it out, like he's like trying to do some stuff he doesn't normally do. Because he does do that matter of fact style vocal that like Idol Unto Others is known for. Like Gabriel Franco does, where it's just very matter of fact vocals. But then he does these like kind of higher things into the chorus, and like
Yeah.
the chorus of the song is like very 80s, like very
So
80s pop.
80s. Yeah.
Even the production on it, it's kind of cool, man. Like I
it's
was listening to
fun.
this one. Yeah,
I love it. And
yeah, I like this song a lot, actually.
I do too. No, this is one of my favorites. I think this is probably like second or third fave on the album. Lilac is easily my top. And the fucking synth outro. Oh,
of this song?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, the synth on this is really strong, actually. I'm listening to it. This is like probably this is a really strong synth performance. And like I said, it's very 80s.
Yeah.
Everyone in the 80s had like synth players in their band. Yeah, the synth outro is really good. Yeah, that's classic, man. That feels good. I like that.
So good. Yeah.
No, I like this song a lot, actually. This is actually one of my favorite songs to listen on this album to listen to while I'm driving.
It's a good one. It's a very good one.
It's a good song to drive to.
Yeah.
All right, you want to introduce the next one?
Yes, absolutely.
Because from my understanding, it would be really cute if the boys spoke French.
I absolutely agree.
My French sucks. My French sucks.
That is a crazy poll, by the way.
Thank you. You've referenced it several times on the pod.
I know, but it's still a crazy poll.
It's for the fans out there. It's for the long haul more than metal fans.
Yes. God, let me pull up the lyrics real quick.
That is one thing I do like about this band is that they put all the lyrics up on Bandcamp. Bandcamp has a really cool lyric feature, and there's a lot of bands that don't use it. And like, I'm really glad they did this. But this song, say it for me because I want to make sure I say it right.
Oubliette.
Oubliette. So that for those who don't know, that's basically a dungeon.
It's a place where you put it. Oubli is to forget. It's literally, it's just like throw someone in there and fucking forget about them.
Yeah, I believe it's the original word dungeon really fascinating because it actually means like the center of a tower.
Yes.
But which is where you would put your prisoners, but then eventually fucking throw them underground. And so like it turns into something different. But this is the one that I believe that Al is singing on. Because we don't get Cam. It's a very different vocal thing. So I kind of like that swap up. And Al usually sings one or two songs on every album, maybe. And so it's kind of nice you get that like difference there.
Yeah.
So what'd you make of this song here, Bailey?
I like this one. I'm a fan. It's like, I mean, I'm a fan of it, but this is kind of like the one sort of this song gets into the one of the criticisms I have of the album.
Okay, please go.
Is that so? While a lot of the songs, I mean, they all sound really good and they have a very, very distinct tone and like a very consistent vibe to them. This one is one of the ones that didn't really stick out to me.
Interesting.
And which is interesting because it sounds pretty different.
The chorus is really, I think the chorus is really well done.
The chorus is really strong. This is also the most it sounds like Tobias Forge, I think. The most of it sounds like
I can see that a little bit.
Yeah. I really like it. The chorus is super strong. The guitar work is great.
Oh, there's a really I'm listening to the guitar solo right now, and like it's a classic 80s guitar solo.
It is. Yeah.
I like it, man. Yeah. It's kind of fun.
It's fun. The whole album.
I do think this. Here's where I think this. Like, I do get what you're saying. But here's where I think the song is strong. I think the song is really strong in the context of the album.
I agree. I totally agree.
It really kind of gives you a respite and like kind of puts you in that different kind of space temporarily, so you can go back to the other space that you're going to get more of. And so I think it's a really strong pacing thing. But like, I will say there's a lot of kind of there's some stuff they're trying on here. There's a really nasty dark riff going in here when you go into kind of the lead up to the chorus.
It's a dark song.
And then the chorus kind of brings the vocals. Yeah, and you have lyrics like, deep in a dungeon beneath, the skies are forgotten to me. Cast down where I try to forget. I'm locked down in this oubliette. I mean, that's clever.
It's clever. It's good.
It's clever.
It's
I like
good.
it.
I think it didn't resonate as much for me because it doesn't feel like. I mean, I don't think it feels as like gothic emotional as most of the other songs so far. I mean, like Lilac is kind of just that's an emo one.
I'm listening to this right now too, and like I'm liking this. The synth work on this is really subtle, but it's really clever.
It is, yeah.
It's really clever. All right, we go on to this bad boy, Iron Teeth, which has like a super synth-fronted. I saw you were listening to this I was on Discord before we got on. You were listening to this song specifically, and tell me what's this one track? What's your attraction? Because this is a heavy song. This is a bad motherfucking song, and you got a song Iron Teeth. You got to hit it hard.
Oh, great intro. Fucking love this one. This one is, I think, this is another one of my favorites. Song. It's loud. It's loud. And this one I think is the most, and this one like actually pulled it back a little bit for me where I heard Oubliette and while it was great, I like the song. It became a little muddled for me and that one I didn't latch onto. This one I did. Yeah. This one is heavy. This one's angry. This one is like, I mean, it's called Iron Teeth too.
And you get that really front forward bass line, like when you can't start singing.
And then the fucking like the synth intro, like the intro is just like wow, it's so good. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want your love, I just want your pain.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they had like, harsh vocals on it too, which is really weird.
Yes,
that was a throw around too.
I thought that was one of my favorite parts of. Oh, let me find what I said about it.
Kind of screaming in the back.
The screeching in the background is my favorite part of the song. See, that's what really stuck out for me. Is that like there's that like harsh kind of screaming in the background, and I was like, oh, okay, this fucking works. Like I really like the kind of layering of the vocals, and you have like the front and like the back too. Like you have the foreground and the background vocals, and the background vocals are the harsh ones.
The thing on this song that stuck out to me a lot was after the chorus, they have this bridge into the next verse that is like super Iron Maiden.
Oh, it is so Iron Maiden
as fuck.
This is the song that made me put Iron Maiden on the one of the three little comparisons that I had. It also like. So
God, the synth on this is good.
It's such a good song. It's so good. I think. No, this one's my favorite. I think this one's my favorite. Yeah, this has got to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think the chorus sticks out, but there's a lot of stuff going on in this song too. It feels like what's weird with the song is like it feels like 3 or 4 different songs in one song. Like there's so many things going on with it. I like the complexity of this one a lot, actually.
Yeah, I just and the lyrics,
the screamy vocals, man. Like I'm trying to, I don't know if he's doing that. Actually, is a thing. I know. I'm very familiar with this band, and I have no idea in the band who's dropping that.
Yeah, like
it could be Cam, it could be Al, it could be Jeff, it could be Gabriel. Like I have no idea who it is.
I love it. That's like I think what makes it my favorite is because it feels the screaming not only feels like cool and badass and whatever, but it also sounds really emotional. Like it's not super controlled, and it's like kind of angry and unrestrained, and it's emotional, and I love it.
It's a good contrast because you kind of have Cam doing that matter-of-fact vocal style,
and
then you have like the scream, which is on the opposite side of the spectrum. So you get a nice contrast simultaneously. Both like it feels like dueling, kind of dueling like dialogue. So I kind of dig it. Yeah. All right. That's a good song. Shit, that's actually a real highlight for you.
Yeah, it's got to be my favorite.
I think the next track, Exquisite Corpse, they did like an animated video for this too, with a lyric video type thing, which I really appreciate because those are kind of fun. This song, I love this feels more classically Spell. This kind of feels like their earlier stuff, which is it's fine, but it feels fresher than that stuff in some regard. Let me see real quick here.
Yeah,
I'm just this one here. I can sense your presence. I mean, it's yeah, it's got kind of a fun like intro. I think this is a song. This is another one of those songs that would get a lot of people interested in the band. It's very
Yes.
appealing.
Yeah.
Um, what do you got to say about this one here, Bailey?
This one occupies a similar space. I was very excited about it because the Exquisite Corpse is a cool
Yes.
fucking name. But this one kind of occupied a similar vein as Oubliette.
Mm.
God, the one that I find the most forgettable on the album being called Oubliette is kind of the irony of that is not lost on me. Um, it's good. Like it's part of this album. All the songs on this album are good. Like
There's nothing. Yeah, there's no
there's
sleepers on
nothing.
this. Yeah,
There's no
there's
sleepers.
nothing.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But like I think this one and the next one was the lull of the album for me.
Yeah, this is a pretty mellow track.
Yeah, it's a pretty mellow track, and I feel like it doesn't have the complexity and the kind of like the hooks, not the actual hook of the song, but like it didn't pull me in as much as the other ones.
Yeah, it's not a
yeah, we'll get
I
into
didn't find
that.
this song as challenging as some of the other ones.
Yeah,
Because I like a song kind of makes me kind of swap up, but like I do like the lead into the chorus is really strong. Their lead into their chorus are killing on this. Like it gets you excited for the chorus, which I really dig. I do think this. I do think that they have some songs on here that are like you're gonna go to shows of Spell and you're gonna see a lot of people singing along,
yes,
especially
totally.
with the chorus. Like the place is gonna erupt. I think they've written some songs that are gonna be very very fun to see live and to play along with the basically as an audience member play along with the band. Yeah,
God, I want to see them live. That would be so fun.
you got people in Vancouver, don't you?
No,
Okay,
maybe
maybe.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe
All
not
right.
anymore.
Not anymore. I can
My
find out.
brother,
I'll
my
find out.
brother's in Montreal. He's like across the country.
Yeah.
So,
How big
yeah.
can Canada be, really? Right?
Not very big, right?
Not very big, right?
Yeah.
This is a hop, jump, and skip away, right? All right. It's like what, like it's just like 5 towns over, but those are each like
It's like
700 miles
counties
apart from each
over.
other. Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Neighboring towns that are 600 miles away.
Exactly. All right, let's go into Savage Scourge. Another great title, man. There's
They're really good at the adjective noun names.
This song opens up once again. The kind of back of this album is kind of fun because it's very much like the earlier Spell stuff. You kind of have this kind of dreamy opening of like guitar. They're kind of playing a little flinty on the guitars, not as flinty as like say the Smiths. I had a friend who used to say, "Goddamn Brits and their flinty, catchy guitars."
That's really well put.
But this is another one where you got Al singing.
Yeah,
and I think this is actually I think this is a much stronger vocal performance from him too.
Yeah,
he comes in really deep, and if you want to do the Ghost comparison, has that.
Yeah,
you're gonna have that, and it's like that's just kind of that's always the issue when you have bands that get big is like it's hard not to compare stuff to them. Iron Maiden, but there's a lot. I don't want to speak for any members of this band, but I'm going to. If I compare them to Iron Maiden, I'm sure they're happy with that. Not people are going to complain, saying thanks for
You sound like Iron Maiden, dude. Are you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's
That's
wrong
so
with
mean.
you? How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you
talk to me? Compare me to a commercially successful band for decades.
Yeah, one of the most classic examples.
How dare you? So this one, another song about like there's a lot of songs about kind of being burdened by like all that kind of scary and being fearful of stuff. But using this gothic metaphors and everything.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting here. Like I'm really curious. Yeah, it's very gothic, and I know it's being gothic in terms of like style, like the darkness. Or that kind of stuff. I mean, it's also gothic in terms of like a literary perspective.
It's very like classic goth. This one, the theme and tone of it is like
being pursued, having some sort of like thing beyond you kind quite see, but is going to come get you.
It reminded me of like immediately makes me think of like Jack the Ripper and like kind of like what is it? The pea super London fog. Like, and there's like a figure in the mist. Like that's what it made me think of. Yeah.
They got fog in Vancouver, right?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I don't.
On the
I haven't
coast,
been.
right?
I don't. I haven't been to Vancouver in like years.
I
Like,
went once as a kid. I went once as a kid. I barely. I remember street vendors. That's what I remember.
yeah,
Street
there's street
vendors.
vendors in Vancouver. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there's a lot of like. I don't. This kind of continues that theme. What's interesting about this album is like, I can throw this into the genre of vampire metal.
It totally,
It totally is.
This is
And
totally vampire
there's been a
metal.
lot. Interesting enough, there was actually a big thing on Bandcamp about vampire metal and the rise of vampire, specifically vampiric black metal.
Didn't you send it to
Recently.
me?
I'll send you a link to that. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
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 I didn't know.
Okay, that was like, that's familiar. Oh, wait, yeah, you fucking sent it to me.
Did I send it? Yeah. But this is not a lot of vampiric metal, like stuff like Night of the Vampire, etc. like that, is a lot more black metal oriented. This is definitely not that way, but it has that kind of vibe of like being overshadowed by something. I think it does it well, but I think this is actually I like this song in terms of like being a longtime Spell fan. This was the song that's like doing the service for me of being someone's been in this band for a decade.
Totally. Like yeah. And
we got two more here.
I think it kind of counts as one more.
One more, yeah.
I see In Duress and Wretched Heart as
it's kind of one. I think that's fair. Yeah, it's a great intro. It's interestingly a great little instrumental track.
This is I mean, I keep saying it, but God, this is like one of my favorite. I love the little if there's a good fucking like interlude kind of vibey intro to another song in an album, and it resonates, like it immediately becomes like emblematic of that album. Like I could listen to In Duress for like hours. I think like this 1 minute long song. I totally could. It's a really, really good intro. I mean, the synth is beautiful. Like it's a really good intro to, I think, one of the strongest songs in the album.
Yeah. This is a really heartfelt song. I mean, with no pun intended. Like, yeah. I think that like you get kind of classic Cam vocals. You get the kind of the bass lines really front and forward on this one.
Yeah.
I think you get a little bit of like heavy riffs in there, but then like the chorus, I don't know, man. Like it just like, I don't know. This song's like really heartfelt for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure this one.
I'm a big fan. I'm listening to it a little bit right now.
I've been having the whole album on. Well, it's hard to like talk about it because like I want to listen to it so badly.
Yeah, the problem is that I can't hear you because I need to listen to it loud. Like it's just no, I love Wretched Heart.
Yeah. But lyrically there's some strong stuff on here, like you come to me for warmth, but I'll just make you hurt. Is that what you want? Is that what you deserve? There's a lot of, I don't know, like I like this one a lot. Like
it's so fun.
Oh, I looked into the additional music. It was Nicole Trish McDonald was the scream vocals on Iron Teeth. They brought a bunch of people for Iron Teeth actually for backing vocals. Yeah. And then Allison Black was the backing vocals. I believe that's Jeff's spouse. I believe that's who was playing with them when I saw them live on the keyboards. Was Allison.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's a really neat. I don't know. This last song is a really good outro song. It's not too heavy. It's got some heavy parts to it, but like it's really trying to make you're kind of in the vibe. This song has like some really, really Iron Maiden parts. Yes. About 3 minutes 45 seconds into it is like super, super Iron Maiden transition.
Yeah.
It's very much like this is classic. I love it to death.
I love the talk box segment of it.
The what?
The talk box, like the kind of vocal. Oh, yeah. Where is it again? Yeah, it's like
the back end of it. Yeah, the back end of it.
The back end of it, where it has the like vocoder segment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun.
That's pretty cool.
You don't see that a lot in metal, and I really appreciate it. It kind of.
Yeah, you're right.
It
I hear a lot
fits
of like
with the synthiness.
I see a lot of industrial, like electronic, but yeah, in terms of this band or in terms of heavy metal, you don't see it a lot. So I think that's actually kind of refreshing. Good catch on that one too.
Thank you.
Um,
I wonder what synth they used for this, and if it is an analog one. Um, Let me see. Actually, I'm
I mean, you can probably
curious.
pull their photos. If you, I'm sure they would all love to tech talk if we hit
Yeah,
them up and ask them. I'm sure they would more likely tell you, and then you can
yeah,
go spend none of your whatever your rent check is on another synth.
yeah.
Because yeah, that stuff's like, oh man, people that do that stuff, you guys are wild to me. But yeah, then again, I shouldn't say anything because I buy records all the time.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. But yeah, so now
yeah,
we kind of talked about the album and everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's solid.
five would do again.
So, yeah, it's completely solid. Like it's just a really, really, really strong um release from
Mhm.
Spell. Like this, it's just I'm gonna have a lot of these songs on loop for a very long time. I would be
Yes.
surprised if this wasn't in my top five of this year.
Oh yeah.
Um,
No, there's almost no way it won't be for me. There's some competition.
oh, absolutely. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot of competition, but this one it's very competitive.
it is.
Um, and I think it's going to be in my top five. I
Yeah,
totally think so.
there for me, there's kind of this sacred. There's a sacred like triad of bands that'll always usually end in my top five, and it's basically Lucifer, Spell, and Savage Master tend to be it.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, that those bands really do it consistently, and I think that's a big thing. This speaking of which, too, by the way, Lucifer did tour with Spell opening.
that
In the
sounds incredible.
yes, that was back in 2019, so it was a while back.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they didn't. They sadly though, I don't. I don't believe they played any. They played mostly Canada and that kind of northern, like the East Coast. They didn't come over here, which
mm,
made me sad. But yeah, that's a good combo. That's a good combo of sound. So love to see it again, guys.
oh yeah,
Um, but no, yeah, definitely, it's one of those albums I think is gonna be my top five for the year. I think it's gonna be our top four, whatever I have usually.
totally.
There's some others that's really competitive though. I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of records right now this last few weeks, and it's been interesting to listen to. And one thing I gotta say is like the stuff I've been listening to this year so far has been very diverse. But is kind of one of those bands that I feel like I can kind of latch on to, and like they're like they're like the old teddy bear, your old blankie. Like
Yeah,
they're that thing that's really comforting, and at the same time though they're changing, they're trying new things, they're expanding the
mm.
sound, and you've heard me say this like tons of times on this pod, but like that's the mark of me for a good band is that they can try new things, do them well, and
They
go
try
on.
new things, but in a way that's like clearly done with intention and like
Right.
forethought and like. Well, you can kind of just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, and I definitely commend that too. Like when that's
Right.
done, I like it, but if it's done with a lot of like research and intention, like
Mhm.
I think it shines. It really does, and like
Oh yeah.
it's a sign of a good band. Like they really give some thought and kind of like um like you give it their best, and this is clearly them giving their best, and it's like this was not phoned in. This is not phoned in.
No, not at all.
It
No,
really shows.
it really does show. I was really pleased with this this album. So I don't know. Yeah, I really want these. This is one of those bands I like. I want more people to listen to. I think more people are listening to them. I really want them to be successful.
I do too.
I think that they do the thing. They do it really well. I did get to hang out with Cam a little bit when they were in Fresno once. It was the guys are absolute sweethearts. Um, and I'm just really
A
into
good
it.
band to like.
I will say uh they did do this T-shirt design that was only I think only for sale at Hell's Heroes. I don't think they had any extra ones. I'll send you a link to it. I really need this shirt. It's the one with the gauntlet and the flail with all the lilacs on the end of
What?
it.
Oh my god, I want
Yeah,
that. They
so
need more shirts.
They have some pretty good ones, man. Like this new one I like a lot with like the kind of like the dungeon mouth and everything is pretty cool.
That's
I'm wearing right
sick.
now.
I was
This is a
looking
nice
around
one.
for their merch, but I could only find that one.
You can go to indiemerch.com
Ah,
and they
okay.
have all their stuff. Hit me up. I will be happy to send you a code for a discount on there because I always know a bunch of their codes. Um,
Hmm.
but No, this was I'm really excited for this band. I think this was really strong what they're pulling off here. And I look forward to this being one of the being on my list. There's no way it would get kicked from my top 20 of the year. There's no way
Oh
it would.
yeah, there's like
Top
no.
four can get a little competitive. I won't kid you, but like I can see
Yeah,
this is going to be up there for sure. Um, and everyone, please go check out Spell. You can go look them up on Bandcamp. If you just look up like Spell Heavy Metal Bandcamp, you'll find them really quickly. Bandcamp really mostly do their stuff here. I don't think they have a core website, but they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook. It's spellofficial.bandcamp.com. Check out all their stuff too. Everything they put out is absolute gold.
they're really
There
good.
is no filler. It is all killer. But yeah, I was very excited to talk to you about this today, Bailey.
Yeah, no,
So
this was fun. We haven't done an episode in a little bit.
yeah, we haven't recorded for a little bit, and then also like we haven't done like I like doing album reviews. I like going track by
Oh
track.
yeah.
I like thinking about the album as a whole, thinking about the band's
Hmm.
past, thinking about the band's future, what they're doing to change it up, what they're doing to improve themselves. And this is the whole thing is like if you're getting, it's one thing to be like we want to be better. It's another thing to be like we actually got better.
Yeah, we are
Um,
better.
right. And this goes. We talked about this with the Savage Master thing, but like everything Adam Neal said they were going to do to be better, they did, and
Yeah.
that works. And I think spells just keep on evolving. Spell keeps on evolving, but they have the core group of Al and Cam, and they're killing it. Jeff has been such a huge addition. Uh, Gabriel's added a lot to the band with the live synths, and the work that they're doing there. So yeah, I think this is just gonna get better and better, and I can't wait to hear the next one. Though I'm sure they got some support for this album to do before the next
Yes.
one. But yeah, way to go, guys. This is a really
Totally.
fantastic album and everything. All right, I think we're gonna call it there.
Yeah, it's a good place to
And
end.
because we went a little bit long today, but that's okay.
That's
Sometimes we do
okay. It
that.
deserves it.
It deserves it. It's been a while. I'm John. You can find me anywhere online at Only Play Wizards.
You're John at
I'm
Only Play
John.
Wizards? Oh my
Hmm
God.
hmm Yep, I've been. Yep, sadly.
Holy
Still,
crap.
yeah, I know. Oh. What about you?
Oh
You got
yeah,
the.
right. I have a name and
You have a
handle
name?
too.
Yeah.
I'm Bailey. Thanks for tuning in. You can find me at Balefire, Bailefyre. Previously known as B Crow VO. If you look up B Crow VO, you can find me. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you
All
so
right.
much.
All right, guys.
See you next time.
Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll see you all later. Bye.
See y'all later.